In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify the standard rocker panel clips, rocker panel trim clips on a Tri-5 Chevy. I have a 57 Chevy Bel Air, and I'm putting the rocker trim on the car now that the car has been painted, and I do not have holes already drilled into the rocker panels for these clips per the original specification. Would be to drill a big enough hole to snap this clip in there, and then put a supporting screw, optional, through this hole into the rocker panel. I don't want to do that. I don't know that I'm going to keep the trim on the car permanently. I also don't want any rust to take hold in there, and so what I want to do is I want to modify the stock trim clips like this to look like this one right here. I'll show you how to do that. This one has this 3M tape, emblem tape here, and I have avoided now having a drill hole in the rocker panel in order to put this clip on there. And now I can always take this clip off if I need to, although this tape is so strong that I'd probably have to use some fishing line to get behind it and kind of saw it off once I remove the trim. I'll show you how to do this right now. Here's the stock clip right here. All I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to bend these little tangs out because I want to make the backside flat in order to easily accept the tape. I get the tangs, I start bending them out, and I put it down. I do one side at a time. I'm using needle nose pliers. They seem to work pretty well. And what I'm trying to do is make them flat on each side. And I've done that. This one is going to require a little extra. Okay, there it is. All right, so they're flat on each side here. This is the side that goes up against the rocker panel. This is the side that accepts the trim. You want to make sure that these little protrusions here, when you've modified the back here, these little protrusions don't go too far. It might interfere with the trim fitting on here. Next step, I want to go ahead and grab some cleaner. I'm using acetone. You could probably use some rubbing alcohol or something like that. I just want to clean the clip off because it might be a little oily from the manufacturing process. I really don't know. And I want to make sure my tape sticks. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and cut a piece of tape here. Just get it to ballpark right size, like this. Go ahead and put it on. Once I put it on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cure. I'm going to end up letting this cure overnight probably. I have other projects I have to do today, so I don't need to install the trim, so it's no problem. You want to trim the tape here with your scissors so that it doesn't interfere with this little tongue, which is going to have to grab onto the trim. I'll show you how to do that in a second. This tape is extra sticky. It's stuck to the scissors here. Here we go. Okay, so this is done here. This is basically exactly what we're going to put on the car. So you peel the backing off on the 3M double-sided tape, and then this just sticks onto the car. One little tip, these little tongues here that you snap the trim onto often are they're not far enough apart in order to let the trim really snap on there good. So what you're going to do, once you test it, the trim off the car and these clips off the car, you put the trim on your workbench, turn it upside down, and go ahead and make sure these clips are nice and tight into the trim. What you can do is grab some pliers or needle nose, whichever, and you're going to bend the trim clip tongues just like a millimeter. That's really all it takes, but that really helps. That makes it from where it's not securely fastened to it is securely fastened, which is the whole point. So basically, here you go. This is what they're going to look like.